Girl Venus Archangel here with another love read for y'all. I'm going to go ahead and do a new spread for y'all, okay? It's called the end of the year spread. I made it up myself. But what this is looking like here is the past year of the year that we went through, what lessons that you guys gained, how that can help you in the last month of this year, and then we're going to see how that kind of carries out to the new year. Let's go ahead and get up into this. It's your girl Venus Archangel here with another love read for y'all. I just want to let y'all know, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, I'm doing a totally different spread here this time. It's the beginning of December. I thought I would do a end of the year reading. So I have 3 cards representing the first 4 months. You know, not the first 4 months, with the lessons that were learned in the beginning of this year. The last month will be the 2 cards in the middle, and then the last 3 will be how this will carry on to the new year. Okay, so stick with me. Also, I have a 40% off all reading sale, excluding 3 card readings, because that's already $10. And I so just go ahead and click into the description box below with my website in it. Hit me up, book your reading, guys. It's the end of the year. Go ahead and get your end of the year readings done. And also, I'm finally on Instant Go, so I'm a text away from an app away or a download away or whatever. So my URL should be in the description box below as well. So go ahead and check all that out if you want to contact me. So yeah, just hit me up. And let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Start plugging. All right, y'all. So underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles. I think y'all, this whole entire year, y'all were working hard. If it wasn't for money, it was about creating stability and support for your support and security for yourself. I think there was a lot of building in this year too, in regards to building, boundaries and building a fortress for yourself, because you guys are fire signs. You guys give your energy. You guys give. You guys are very, expressive in how you guys perform. You guys are very artistic. So everything you do is to inspire everyone, to get people going, to motivate others. And ultimately, you guys are the fire signs because you give off that warmth to others. It's just how you guys are. Leos do that. Sagittarians do that. That's why Sagittarians travel the world. They not only gain understanding and experience from people, but they also, give off that ray of, wonderfulness that they give too. Sagittarians are magic. Aries, you're the baby of the zodiac, okay? And you need to protect yourselves too. So I think this whole year, you guys were working on building something stable, building abundance. That way, you can truly manifest what you guys are looking for. Okay, we manifest. I think you guys are honestly building towards manifestation. I think you want more energy, and I think the way to do that was to build the boundaries that were necessary. Now it's very interesting though, because y'all got a lot of 8s in this reading. You got 3 8s, 3 8s, y'all. Okay, 3 is a magic number, and so an 8 is very it's what. 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So it's very interesting. The 8s are very ambitious, but they also talk about progress, building towards something, temporary struggle. Okay, just kind of like the 5s. 5s are major changes. 5s and 7s are major changes. Okay, but 8s are progress. So you guys made some serious progress through this entire year. And how we start off with that is with the 8 of Cups. I think you guys began this year leaving a situation behind, noticing or being certain that whatever you were seeing or interacting with or involved with was just not working for you. I think they were thoroughly, looking through the situation, looking through a circumstance, a relationship, whatever may have you. And you were very certain that, either there wasn't much to reconcile from this or this just wasn't for you at all. So I think there was a situation where you guys You guys stood your ground, and you guys kind of, went off to find your own happiness, went off to find your own cups, because what was placed for you in the beginning of the year was just, it wasn't resonating with you at all. It wasn't resonating from the beginning of 2017. Now let me go ahead and clarify the Eight of Cups for y'all. Why is the Eight of Cups for you, for Aries? Want to come up again, then you can. What is this happening to me? Jeez. I need to calm down. It's not even the cards doing this. It's just my energy. When the cards go crazy, it's always your energy. Because, the cards don't have. The cards are just a tool. So, okay. Definitely interesting. I think the Eight of Cups, and then you got this clarifying, the Four of Pentacles, clarifying the Eight of Cups. Very interesting. And it's very contradicting these two, because this is leaving a situation behind. It's seeing something that does not work for them and getting their own happiness and getting their own truth. Then you have the Four of Pentacles here that does not leave. It stays very, static, because they think that this is all they're going to ever get. This is all they ever need. They don't move from this position. I think they honestly, deep down, they wonder if there's more. And I think they do eventually want more. Obviously, because how are you going to get to the Five of Pentacles, right? But at the beginning stage of this, they're not moving. They're not staying. They're closed up, tight, not expressing themselves. There could have been a series where you guys were done with a situation that involved lack of communication, lack of openness, open-mindedness, not taking a step forward in a growth perspective, okay? Yeah, I think there was for you guys, maybe you guys were done with a situation that didn't open you up to the place or provide you with the security that you wanted. Maybe it was a lot more clingy than it was, protective or grounding. For some of you guys, the situation was very comfortable, but I think you were done with the same old, and you're ready to kind of get on to whatever really truly made you happy, because you could be comfortable all day, all night, but it was really for you. I think also, for some of you guys, this could have been a situation where somebody possibly, or you were the person, or there was a situation that kind of you were left behind, and you were left to kind of work on your own security issues, your own vulnerability, because that's what all boils down to. The Four of Pentacles talks about, vulnerability, because he don't hold on to nothing. He don't hold on to this so tightly and feel confident in himself. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was a lot to do with confidence. I think if you guys in the beginning you had to leave something behind, it was something that it was very difficult for you to do. It was stepping outside of your comfort zone. So you were put out into the world pretty much vulnerable. Now the Eight of Cups is the same way. They're vulnerable too, going out there in the middle of the woods trying to find one cup. But they're determined to figure out what their happiness is. Some of you guys, maybe you had to find out because there was nothing left for you to really work with, and you had to go and find that out, and that was what put you out there in the world kind of feeling very vulnerable. So there's a lot of stuff that could have happened this year, obviously towards growth and towards prosperity. And I know I've been on this card for quite a long time, though. I'm gonna take a break, but ultimately, though, you guys in the beginning of the year stepped out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone, recognize what wasn't for you, and made the progress to go and get, what exactly it is that you wanted. Now, in the process of doing that, I think you hit a rough patch. And when I say that, it's one that it was kind of confusing. I think there was a lot of stuff going on, but not stuff that was very clear either. I think they were dealing with a lot of secrets, a lot of, things hidden. This could have been on your part, honestly. As Aries, as open and honest as you are, there could have been things that you didn't want to face or didn't want to see, or things that that could have been suppressed from the Four of Pentacles energy, that you were not really sure you were wanting to kind of, divulge and get up there, or just not get up there, just kind of look at clearly. But ultimately, I think there was just a period of true feeling, of true emotion, because when it comes to the Eight of Cups, right? Usually with the right away, the Eight of Cups, there's a moon right there too. If it's not a crescent moon, it's a full moon, and they're walking, they're letting the night kind of show, they're having to go on emotion, or not emotion, go on faith when it comes to this. So they're going on faith that they'll find that cup, or they know that they're going to find that cup. They're determined to. But using their intuition, using their spirit, that's what's going to get them to the 9 of Cups. But you have the moon here, so I feel like you guys were walking towards a place where it's completely unknown, completely just confusing, and not really, you just couldn't see it for how it was. And I think there was a lot of there was a lot of emotions being opened at this time, because the only way for you to survive the night is for you to be able to trust your instincts, okay? I think the difficulty in you guys trusting your instincts was the 5 of Cups. There was a lot of looking at what was lost. I think maybe there was a looking back in this period of time, the moon, where you're like, okay, I had support and security, and I kind of just left that, or I used to have this, now there's nothing there for me to go back to, so now what am I going to do? And I think there was, in the period of this year with the moon, like, you guys were feeling confused on how to move forward and how to make the next step. And I think ultimately, though, there was that hurdle. That hurdle was one that was conquered, and it caused you to change how your focus, and showed you a way to build on pretty much fumes, pretty much. And I'm not saying fumes like saying like you guys were just kind of hyping things up. No, I think because you couldn't see things clearly, because there was a lot of emotions involved at this time, you were able to shift your focus. Despite feeling vulnerable and feeling like you couldn't see very clearly, I think there was a period where you realized that there was something that you did, that you had left, and it was people you met, people you knew. There could have been relationships that came in along the way, and you're working off of the connection of that. You didn't realize the connection in that relationship that you guys had gotten into. In this time of the moon phase, where that can actually pull you through and push you out to really see things clearly again. Because after the moon, there's the sun. So I think when you turned around and you saw the cup, that's when the sun came up, and that's when you're able to really start working towards your skill, working towards building your security and your abundance. Now, I think if it wasn't a relationship that kind of pulled you out of there, which it doesn't have to be, and honestly, if it did, I don't know if that was actually a good thing, because what you needed to do at this time was to recognize within yourself that you could change the course of time. You could change the way you feel. You can make anything happen. You don't have to dwell on anything. You don't have to wait on anybody to rescue you. Because ultimately, though, even though the 2 Cups is here and saying that there's a relationship there, the relationship with yourself is very important. So the 2 Cups, this doesn't necessarily have to mean that there's a person here saying, hey, come up with us, because there's only one dude. There's only one dude. The 2 Cups in the original card, there's 2 people with 2 cups. This is one dude with 1 cup. Or chick. I don't know who this is. But ultimately, like, you feel me? You changed your course. You changed your focus. You realized that you have and you have the strength to get to, the determination and the endurance to get to where you want to be. That required a lot of hard work. That required a lot of discipline. That required a lot of refining your skills, and practice makes perfect. Okay, this is the Apprentice card, which is another freaking 8, y'all. That's what I'm saying. That's 2 8s so far, and I think, with you guys having that moon phase, it showed you that you did have, that you can change the outcome. You can change the way your world looks. And I think that's what you guys were working on throughout this entire year. Let me pull another card for the 8 of Pentacles here. Wow. So yeah, I think you guys were working through it. You were working through the moon. Dude. I'm going to pull one more for that one. Why does the moon come up with the 8 of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles. The moon comes with 8 of Pentacles because you stood fast. Because the Knight of Swords, he stands fast, right? He knows what he wants. He knows what he's going after. That's the clarity through his truth. I think one big thing too to see here with the cups, even though it's not swords energy, and the moon is pretty much telling you to go on faith, follow your instincts. The moon prompts you to follow your instincts, because you had a goal. You knew your truth. You knew what you stood for, and you fought for yourself. I think you really did. I think you fought for yourself. You chose the victory route, and I don't think you settled. I don't think you slowed down. I think there was a period. I think you did probably slow down, but to grieve, because the Five of Cups is a grieving process. It's grieving. You're mourning what's been lost. You're mourning what's no longer there. So the moon phase, yes, it can be very melancholy and really kind of sad, but ultimately you can't really navigate through with just your sight, with this logic. And I think you muscle through that, not only just by following, having the clarity of your own truth, but, following your instincts, going with what you know. And that's why you were here with the Eight of Pentacles. You were working hard at finalizing your truth. Because at the end of the day, the Knight of Swords, it's very hasty. They have ideas and they have, things that they want to express to others. They're very data oriented, but it doesn't mean that they completely fully understand something. And when they do say stuff, it's very aggressive. I think with the moon here, I think there was an understanding that not only can you, prosper with just, with your truth, but you can also learn from your truth. You don't have to be so hasty. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're able to, utilize the skills and the things that you retained. And you can't really do that if you're the Knight of Swords, right? You could just you can, but it's very difficult. Usually you don't see that with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is pretty much there to just say, hey, this is me, this is my truth, this is what I'm fighting for. So I think there was a period in the moon phase where, yes, it was dark and it was not very, it was not easy to see through, but you were able to learn so much from that experience that you're able to utilize and really build something pretty stable for yourself. Now, for December, y'all have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like there's a lot of thoughts coming up that's kind of making you guys feel a little trapped. I don't know if this is kind of the accumulation of the whole year. But the thing here is to remember is that you've gotten through one block where there was actually a phase in your life where it was not clear. There was a lot of confusing crap going on. And there was a lot of stuff that you were mourning, emotional openness. Because the Four of Pentacles in the beginning of the year was saying that, hey, you were emotionally done with something, but you were kind of blocked up. I think the moon phase kind of opened you back up and brought up those heart feelings of showing you the things that were lost, but also showed you that you can recover from those emotionally. And I think you've been working on that as well with your truth. But now I think that there is an accumulation of data that came up in your life. There's accumulation of data, because what is swords? Air signs, Gemini data. What does Aquarius do? What is Aquarius? Science, data, things like that. I think there's a lot of stuff going on about, what's going on in your head, what's keeping you trapped, what's making you feel like you can't move forward, and what are you thinking about that keeps you from seeing what lies ahead. And I think you're so focused. I think right now you're focused on the mental stuff, the progress that you've made, and the progress that you can make from potential, futures. But you have to go by what you want, by what you feel, what your passion is. You've been through the moon phase already, y'all. You've been through the moon phase. If you feel stuck, and you think that you can't move from where you are now, you have to go back in. You have to see your emotions. And you have to see clearly ahead of you. Like, if it don't work, what can you do? You can always go the other direction. Take a chance, step out of your comfort zone, and take off the blindfold right now, okay? You're not trapped. It's just all in here. So if you can remember that right here at the beginning of December, don't feel like you're stuck. Because you're not. You really aren't. You feel stuck, but you really aren't. I promise you that. It's just thoughts. They're just overwhelming, overwhelming outcomes that come up. But ultimately, follow your passions. Follow your truth. You've gotten through this already. Follow your truth. Okay? What does the Aries heart say to you? What is that passion? What does that passion lead you to do? And for the other half of December here, you guys have the Page of Pentacles. So that's starting something new, starting something. It's a very small beginning, but it's also something that I really see this as like the step towards the right direction, the step towards the toward the whole purpose of this year, which was to be the Queen of Pentacles. Work, progress, beginning that, building abundance and having abundance around you, you know? And I think ultimately, you guys could be receiving an offer of something stable, but I feel like this is just really looking at the details. It's recovering from the Eight of Swords to seeing that, yes, the details are there. The future, it could be this, but you're still going to take the necessary steps and precautions and move forward. Okay? Now, why is the Page of Pentacles there for the other half of December? Wow. Yeah. You're paying attention to the details and moving and planning ahead, planning forward. You're recognizing the potential towards the future here. You're having a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas towards the future, but you're not really sure how to go forth, so you're feeling stuck. Go by what you feel passionate about, okay? Go for whatever truly makes you feel good. And once you do that, you'll begin something and you'll be able to plan that towards the stability that you're looking for to the other half of December. Crazy, but hey, it's taking this time now to see where you've been, to see where you are now towards the end of this year. Have you noticed something? Like, have you noticed that you're different now? How this carries out to the new year is, I think that you have that stability that you've made, or you're in the process of building, stepping towards the future. This Page of Pentacles here, that's on the other half of December, could be an offer of something stable, long term, something that it can build something, very, very lovely. And the Three of Pentacles is not just planning for the future; it's planning for the future in a group. So for some of you guys could be, either if you guys are in a relationship or something is being presented to you and opening a relationship kind of deal with you guys right now, then this could mean that you guys are coming into the new year with love. Okay, you guys are truly feeling that loved energy. You guys are focusing on what you want emotionally and what fulfills you in your purpose and your heart. Also, the thing to remember here with the Knight of Cups is dealing with other people that are doing the same thing. But the difference is, it all depends on their maturity and who you're interacting with. Now, I think you guys, for the beginning of next year, the first 4 months, January to April, I think you guys are going to be dealing with what you guys want: love, romance, things like that. But ultimately, if it's long term, you guys are building a stable ground right now. Then to go to this, it's like, okay, that's great, but is this something that can truly remain stable? Is this something that can that has promise? The Knight of Cups promises the crap out of everything, but the follow through is a little okay. A lot of readers consider him as the BS card. I consider him that too, because he has the potential to do that. Not saying that this is saying that, but this got to be something that moves well, or that promises, that keeps the promises. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. Look at that shark right there. You gotta be careful with the Knight of Cups. He's all blonde hair, blue eyes, but if they can't really deliver, you gotta be careful. It's very interesting that that shark is there. But anyway, now the other half of the other 4 months of next year, from May to August, you guys have the Five of Pentacles. So you go from the Knight of Cups, which is someone that's very romantic and everything, and Knight of Cups doesn't have to be a male or female. It could be anybody. I think this is honestly roadblock or a serious change in not only your finances, but how you guys relate to others and how you guys are in regards to relationships. Because there's a lot of focusing on you this year. There's a lot of focus on you. A lot of focus. There's no two people in the cards except for the Three of Pentacles. That's the only people that I see other than being a single person. Like, so the whole focus of this year was on you. Next year, it's going to be on how you relate to others, and how, not necessarily how you relate to others, but how people can relate to you. And I think there's a lot of, going through difficult times with this person in regards to, not, like I said, not only financial poverty, but emotional poverty, meaning lack and things like that. What is lacking in the relationship? What needs to be added in the relationship? And what is the endurance that you guys have in this relationship? Their focus is getting to a place where they feel secure again. The place that they can truly get that, that flow of currency. Meaning like, you give this, you give that, of compromise. So this is a phase of what is missing. And I think not necessarily what's missing, but what can be changed about a situation to make it work for you. Okay, and the endurance and the focus of the whole situation. You're going back to the Four of Pentacles here, for the last 4 months, September to December of next year. So this is like a regression, which I don't necessarily like, because you go from progress to kind of keeping things tight. Now, I don't know if this is per se, the future changes by everyone's actions, free will and everything. If you don't like this future, you have every means to change that. Nothing's going to stay the same, especially if you utilize the gifts that God gave you, which is free will. Now, what's coming up though here is the Four of Pentacles. You have the potential to deal with somebody that is not opening up, that's closed off, or you even potentially being closed off and all tight. And I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I don't know if that's what you guys are having to face right in the last 4 months. But there's going to be something that's going to be kept to themselves, and they're going to feel like the stability and possibly even the relationship or even in their finances is not one that really, they're going to be saving a lot more money, and you're not going to feel too prone to, spend a lot. So that is the potential of what this future could hold at the end of next year. But you always have a chance to change that. You could either step out of your comfort zone and do something different, or you could be the Four of Pentacles. Or you could do whatever you want because it's free will. Okay? But that is your end of the year reading, y'all. Okay? I pulled some oracle cards for you. So the wisdom of the oracle card first, y'all have serendipity. Okay? Serendipity is talking about luck. So luck is in your favor, especially with the 3 8s here. That's very, very lucky. Threes are lucky anyway. Then you have 8. That's progress. That's very lucky. You have a lot of luck behind your progress. So, that momentum. You're almost at the end of the finish line at the end of this year. Finish it up and finish strong, guys, because you guys got luck on your side right now. This is excellent. Really good card to get right here. As for your whispers of love, you guys, heart of the matter. You guys have heart of the matter here. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. So, this process, your whole life process. What is the underlying goal? What is the true desire in your heart? What made you do this? What made you go through this entire thing? All these lessons, even though they were painful, they mean something. So look deep, guys, right now. Okay, look deep. It's very close to, I feel like this is very similar to Judgment, because everything happens for a reason. And if you guys are in a specific place right now in your lives, it's because it's preparing you for something bigger. And I think it's because it's for next year. Next year's going to be crazy anyway, with all the craziness with the planets and stuff. So whatever you can remember from your lessons and what you've grown from this sequence in your life, remember that and really look past the pains and look toward the lesson, because that's what's going to help you next year. And then you have retreat as your romance angels. Take a break, okay? It's time to disconnect from the world. I think you guys have done a lot of work this year. A lot of work. Enjoy the holidays. Do things that that you truly enjoy doing. And if you guys are in a relationship or hanging out, or with somebody right now, take a trip with them. Staycation if you need to, if you want to. But allow yourself that time of healing and growth, because that balance can really help you as well. That way you can take in the lessons that come in, and you're able to kind of handle them in the way you want to. Alright guys, this has been the end of the year reading. I hope this was a good overview of the whole year and seeing how you've grown, what your process is now, and what your future can hold for you, or what you can do to change your future, etc. Okay? I'm gonna do more readings this month. I'm gonna do the 12-month readings for everybody. I'm just gonna have a party in December with as far as videos go. But ultimately, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below if you guys really like this reading, because I'll do it next year in the beginning of December. Oh, look at this. One thing I just realized. You guys see that? I wish it would just focus, but it won't. 22, guys. 22. You got 3 8s and 22. Very interesting. Both meaning, sorry. I'm going to let y'all go. Okay? Don't forget to catch my stream at, not my stream, but, yeah, it is my stream. What am I talking about? But, don't forget to catch me Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? And I will see you guys there soon. Don't forget, I have all my Instant Go booking information in the 40% off sale in the description box below. Okay, y'all. Love y'all. Good love for be back with my other readings. Love y'all. Bye.